Hello everyone, it's Arium, aka Yuno, aka the Firefist guy, and today we have a very exciting deck profile. Yesterday, Mexican Elimination happened, which is the monthly Hut Tournament live tourney. Hut format live tourney. And I got third place. The top 4 was really interesting. First place was Ultra Plant with Kirgia. No surprises there. Then second place was Fairfist Kokimeru, and fourth place was Worm Hand Traptrix, Worm Traptrix Hands. So it's what the hell acronym wise. And I'm proud of that because I also helped make that deck. I don't have the worm cards, but once I do, I will profile that too. But anyways, yeah, this was a deck that I came up with 2 days before the event. Someone joked about it in chat when we were explaining to a new player that like Artifact Traptrix you can mash with anything and it'll be a good deck because it's Artifact Traptrix. And he went, let's run Artifact Traptrix. You know, Curry Bandit's good in Artifact Traptrix, and so is Card Trooper, so I don't see how Raiden would be bad. And yeah, it isn't bad. Even talking to Ultraplant, he said that he tested all the milk cards and he found that Raiden was the best one because he is a level 4. And yeah, I will definitely say that this list is better than Curved Bandit Artifact Traptrix, and being an Artifact Traptrix deck, I will definitely feel confident in saying it is at least a tier 2 deck. Well, I say at least because that's kind of goes with all the Artifact Traptrix decks, but it's not like I feel like it could be 1.5. No, it's a tier 2 deck, but it's a good deck. It's a new deck. It's a new find. And yeah, very excited to show you. The main deck I was very happy with. The extra deck I was decently happy with. Nothing that... there was nothing that I went like, no, I don't like this, because I did test the deck quite a bit for my standards in those 2 days. But enough chit chat. Let's get going. This is... Raiden Artifact Traptrix, aka Rat, or Lightsworn. I don't like Lat, so yeah, we're going with Rat. So for our Lightsworns, we are playing, of course, 3 copies of Raiden. He mirrors 4, he's a level 4 tuner. That's really good. Also 1 Lila. Because we are running Solar Recharge, I need more Lightsworns. So this is an extra name, it's good. Pops spell and traps. It's a good card. Next for our artifacts, we are playing 3 copies of Moral Attack and 2 copies of Big Attack. Originally, I was running a smaller package, but like back row wise, but I was still running 2 Big Attacks, and that I feel is essential with this build because you might mill Big Attack and might want the other in the deck for Sanctum or Ignition. So yeah, definitely play 2 Big Attacks in this deck. Then 3 copies of Mermelio and 2 copies of Dionia. You could argue for 3 Dionia, but the deck space is already really tight. It's a 41 card deck, so I probably wouldn't, but the biggest problem I had with the deck all weekend is the side deck is very hard to bring into because the deck is super tight. Like one of the main cards I said out the most often was Pot of Duality, which is it's not good particularly to do so, but like really there's a lot of core cards in the deck. We are running 1 Charge of the Light Brigade and 1 Rota to search out Raiden, and 2 copies of Solar Recharge, because, you know, it's probably the most bipolar card in the deck. Like, if it goes off, it's amazing. If it doesn't, it's terrible. Like, I had 1 game that I had 2 Solar Recharges stuck in my hand the whole game. I ended up winning that game because my opponent bricked even harder than I had, and we didn't unbrick for like 5 turns, but yeah, when it goes off, it's really strong. Enables Soul Charge turn 1. I didn't do it here tournament, but in testing I did do Summon Stardust Plus, play this decently often, and that's a really strong board. Next, 3 copies of Ignition and 2 copies of Double Cyclone. Originally, I didn't have the double cyclones, but with the 2 big attacks, it felt like it clogged a lot, and I sided them, but I brought them in a lot, so I decided to main them and cut the second Lila from the deck and go to 41 cards because I couldn't cut anything. 2 Soul Charges. There's no real room for the third one, and I feel like 2 is enough, but you could test out 3. Just 2 is enough. And then last card in the deck, but not last spell and 41st card of the deck. It's the card I'd be more likely to cut, but it did very well during the tournament, so I'm gonna stick to 41. Is Dark Hole. Very good at decks. Traps, 3 Sanctum, it's an artifact deck. 3 Call of the Hunted, it's not just an artifact Traptrix deck, it's a mill based, so absolutely would play way more if I could. 2 Breakthrough Skills, obviously with Lightsworn you can mill them too, so they are extremely useful in this deck. Bottomless, Traptrix, Triple Nightmare has Trapples, and Torrential and Solemn Warning. No room for Compulse, unfortunately. But we have Breakthrough Skill, so we can steal out indestructible monsters quite easily, since it's very easy to access. Extra deck, we are running 2 copies of Pleiades, as well as the 1M7, pretty standard. Gaia, Charger, and Volcasaurus. And then the only other rank 5 we're playing is Tiras. You could definitely play Randall or Zenmayo. We'll see for what you can cut it. The most cuttable cards in the extra deck. But yeah, they didn't. Oh, Zenmayo, I can't say it didn't come up, but it's basically Plant made a board knowing that I don't play Zenmayo because I shared my list with him before. Because like, I mean, I'm gonna lose versus him anyway, so might as well get advice from the best out player. Seems like a pretty good trade-off, but yeah, he said he wouldn't have made it otherwise if he didn't know that I didn't play Zenmayo. Next, rank 4's Exiton, 101, Dweller, Rhapsody, self-explanatory. 1 Black Sheep of Corn, Headspace, and the 4th themed card in the extra deck is the Giant Hand. Basically, with the way the deck works, it is decently easy to make it consistently, which is why I played it. But it's a decent card. Another card you could run is Ragna Zero. Didn't have room for it. Celavi. And then for our synchros, we are playing 1 Crimson Blader, 1 Scrap Dragon, and 1 Stardust Dragon. Scrap is definitely the 15 card. It's not like I particularly missed any of the other cards, just it's a very situational 101 side grade for when you fear the opponent would have a harder time getting rid of a protection less 2800 than a protected 2100, which is pretty niche of a situation, but all in all, the deck did very well. Very proud of it. I feel like it is. I don't feel like there is too much room for improvement, but at the same time, I don't feel like many people will play the deck because, like, just play Cat or Hat. I guess it's a bit of a jank deck, but again, it's an artifact Traptrix deck. It's good. It's just not as good as all the other artifact Traptrix build besides Cat with a K. That I feel like this is better. The only real upside that Cat with a K has is that it has a much easier time siding than this deck. Like in this deck, the usual setups are like Duality, the second Solar Recharge, the extra Lightsworns since we got Recharge. So like the third Raiden, maybe the Lila, maybe the Rota, and like Triple Nightmare if I needed to side in another Trapple. Yeah, there's a couple of matchups where breakthrough skill isn't great, but yeah, overall, siding out was always really hard with this deck. But besides that, the deck is pretty solid. Definitely an upgrade over Cat with a K. But yeah, that was it. Leave a like, join the Discord, subscribe, comment if you prefer Rat or Lightsworn, or Lat as a deck name. And yeah, goodbye.